Good morning students, welcome to all Personal Commerce. In this video, we are going to discuss Unit 10, Company Law and Secretarial Practice, Chapter 27, Company Management. So last video we discussed Board of Directors and Full-Time Director, Managing Director, Executive Director and Non-Executive Director. What is the difference between Executive Director and Non-Executive Director? So today we are going to discuss types of directors. As per the Companies Act 2013, there are different types of directors: residential director, independent director, small shareholder directors, nominee directors, women director, additional directors, and alternate directors and shadow directors. So we will see one by one. First we are going to discuss residential directors. So there are 8 types of directors prescribed in the Companies Act 2013. So first one, residential director. According to the section 149(3) of Companies Act 2013, every company should appoint as a director who has stayed in India for total period of not less than 182 days in previous calendar year. So residential director, 182 days they appoint director. The directors must stay in the India for the previous calendar year. So then only he considered as a residential director. If not stay in India, he cannot be considered as a residential director. So once more, so residential director means the directors 182 days they have to stay in the, they must stay in the India for previous calendar year. Then only he considers as a residential director. The next one, independent director. According to section 149(6), an independent director is an alternate director other than the managing director who is known as whole-time director or nominee director. So he is considered as a alternate director. So independent director is considered as a alternate director. He is also a whole-time director or a nominee director. So each type of company should have an independent director. So what is the minimum required for independent director means the following type of companies has appointed the minimum 2 directors. So first one, a public companies which have paid up share capital 10 crores or more. So a public company having more than 10 crores, then he should appoint the independent directors. Minimum 2 independent directors can appoint it. Second, a public companies which have turnover 100 crores or more. So turnover, a public company have turnover 100 crores or more can appoint the minimum 2 directors. Then in public companies which have total outstanding loans of debentures and the deposits of 50 crores or more. That means 50, the public company have the debt, outstanding loans and debentures and deposits 50 crores or more means they can appoint the independent directors, 2 minimum independent directors. The next one, small shareholders directors. So small shareholders can appoint a single director in a listed company, but this action needs a proper procedure like handing over a notice to at least 1000 shareholders or 1/10 of total shareholders. So small shareholders can appoint a single director in a listed company. So you all know that what is in a listed company. So listed company means the company is listed in the stock exchange, company name is listed in the stock exchange, means those companies are called listed companies. So who are the small shareholder? So he can appoint the single director. So if the company having a small shareholders group, so out of 1000 shareholders on one shareholder can appoint the single director, or 1/10 of the total shareholders or minimum 1000. So they will elect one single director can appoint it. That is called the small shareholders directors. The next one, nominee directors. So who is called a nominee? Who can appoint as a nominee director means if the company the nominated by the financial institution, so that person is called a nominee director. So a director nominated by the any financial institutions in pursuance of provisions of any law for the time being in force or of any agreement or appointed by any government or any other person to represent its interest. So many financial institutions give loan to the company, so they may be appointed a nominee director if they are positioned to collect the debt by the company. So then they get power to appoint the nominee director. So from the above should be nominated by financial institution in pursuance of any law or in terms of an agreement entered into by the company. So company enter into the agreement some term, then he can be appointed. Then second one could be appointed by the government or by any other person, can also appointed the nominee. Then third one, the persons who appointed the shall represent the interest of the organization or institution which he represents. So the person represent behalf of the company, he can appoint the nominee director. The next one, women director. So as per section 149(1)(a), there are certain categories according to which there should be at least one woman as a director on the board. So the following class of companies shall appoint at least one woman director. So there are many directors appointed in the company. So according to that law, any one director can appoint as a woman director. So first one, every listed company. So whatever company name is listed in the stock exchange, that company called a listed company. So every listed companies have one woman director. The next one, every other public company having. So if a company having a paid up share capital of 100 crores rupees or more, that means the one public company having the paid up share capital 100 crores or more than that, the public company should appoint one woman director. The next one, turnover of 300 rupees or more. So if the public company which having the turnover of 300 crores or more means, that situation the company should appoint the one woman director. Next one, additional director. Any individual can be appointed as a additional directors by a company. So if a company wants to appoint an additional director, so if company requires or if company needs only, the company can appoint the additional director. Next one, alternate directors. Alternate directors is appointed by the board of directors as a substitute to a director who may be absent from the India for a period which is not less than 3 months. So alternate director is if the director is not less than 3 months not in India, he is absent participation of the company management, so then he can be considered as a absentee. So in his position they have to appoint the alternate director is appointed. So the appointment must be authorized either by the articles of association of the company. If the articles of association provide this option only, says about only the appointment of alternative directors, that can then only can appoint the alternative director. So or passing a resolution in the general meeting. So next one, the passing the resolution in the general meeting, they can appoint the alternative director. So the alternative directors is not a representative or agent or original director. The next one, shadow director. So who is called shadow director? So a person who is not the member of the board but has some power to run it can be appointed as the director, but according to his or her wish. That means a shadow director, he is not a member of the board but has some power to run the company. The shadow directors, he is not a member of the board, but the shadow director has some power to run the company effectively, efficiently. In that situation, he can appoint as a director. That person is called a shadow director. So shadow director is a person who is not the member of the board but has some power to run it, can be appointed as a director, but according to his or her wish only. So I hope you all understood this types of directors. We will see the next class. Thank you.